In the criminal justice system, sheep-based offenses are considered especially heinous. King CaramelCraft, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies, are members of an elite squad known as the Special Sheep Unit. These are their stories.
My name is Illyrian. This is my confession.
Oh, come on.
Okay. We should probably get Faith on the judge thing and
Yeah.
get her to start the entire thing because she's the judge.
Wait. Before we actually get into this whole video and this trial, you guys are gonna need a little bit of context because trust me, it gets very confusing. And yes, me, Illyrian, is the editor, so I'm just gonna give you guys the facts on this whole situation. I'm not gonna do any personal bias, even though I know the correct statement and everything and what happened, but I'm not going to be biased. So I'm just gonna state the facts on what happened so you guys aren't completely confused. So here you go. So basically how this started is Johnny had this pit in the server. And in this pit were some sheep. And so Johnny decides, hey, I'm gonna play some Minecraft for a little bit. So he logs onto the server and casually just walks on by to his sheep farm and, well, poof. They're gone, and they're nowhere to be seen. Anywhere. They just vanished. What is the first thing everybody thinks? Illyrian killed the sheep. Because he happens to be on the server and doing things. So yes. Oh, he just kills sheep. It's all his fault. He's a sheep murderer. Let's put him on trial. And that's basically what happened.
Order in the court. Sorry, guys.
Okay, so who wants to do their opening statements first to the wonderful 0 jury members that we have?
Oh yeah, we don't
I'm
have...
jury.
You can't be biased.
I'm not.
You better not
She's
be.
the judge. She can't be, but she is.
Okay,
No,
we're just presenting this
It's
to
just-
her. Okay.
You wanna go first?
Do we, here, how about this?
Yeah,
How about I got an
that's
idea.
gonna happen
I got an idea.
first.
I got an idea. Let's flip a
No,
coin.
you're the president.
I was gonna say let's.
You can begin.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey Siri, flip a coin.
That's what I was gonna do.
No.
Your Honor, everyone in the jury, none of you.
Okay, I guess there's
I will be defending Carter. He's a good guy, and I'm gonna go sit down now.
What?
Now you have to do your introduction.
Oh,
Yeah, Johnny, I can hear that, and I feel like I'm crazy.
I don't know what's happening.
Okay. Thank you all for coming to the trial today while we, this is basically just a long, stalling until we get to kill him.
Stalling?
I know everyone's excited, but, throughout the trial, I will be showing you guys that Illyrian is not only the only person who is in Season 2 who could have done it, he's also has motive, and like, it's by the end of this, it'll be pretty obvious that he's the one who intentionally killed me. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna sit down now.
Can I call a recess? A brief recess?
Sure.
Oh,
I need
sure.
to talk. I need to
That's
talk
the
to my.
judges.
If that's okay with the judge.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one asks me. Jeez.
Do you?
Yes,
Is it
I'm fine.
okay?
Do we
Your
ju-
Honor, can I talk to my client, please?
Yes, you can. You have 5 minutes.
Okay.
Did you do it?
No.
Okay.
I'm dead
Well,
serious.
then-
I'm dead serious on that. I did not do it.
All right, that's good. That's good. Well, I'm gonna have to. Oh, here
Oh.
we go. I'm gonna have to use all my lawyerly expertise here to outwit this jury.
You can do it.
and
I
make
believe in
sure
you.
You walk free.
But I
So-
believe you.
So, can you tell me how it went? How when the sheep went missing, how it all went down? Give me a
Okay,
brief,
so
little
this
description.
this was at the time where like nobody was in the server. It was kind of on and off, and so this is I had stuff to do. I had a lot of schoolwork to do, and then out of the blue, they're just like, "You killed Johnny's sheep," and I'm just sitting here like, "What? I did not kill Johnny's sheep," and so.
Okay. We're gonna go out, and you're just gonna do this all in front of the jury.
Am I just gonna tell my story?
You're just gonna tell your story to them,
Okay.
and I'll take it from there. Don't
Okay.
worry.
So
You're-
is
you
it
go
over
right
here?
up
Is
here
it
next-
stand?
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
stands
Okay,
over
Your
here.
Honor. My client's gonna go out. There. I'm
Um,
gonna ask him a few questions really quick.
do I want to ask about
Very well.
Your Honor? Can I ask about that?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't.
Are you withholding something from the
You
court?
withholding evidence
Honor.
or something? I don't know. Anyway, I'm
Okay,
gonna.
that doesn't matter. I'm gonna ask you some questions. So,
Okay.
So you weren't even close, right? You weren't even near there, as far as I know, right? Is
No,
that right?
I was not.
Okay. So you weren't close. Now who did these sheep belong to?
They belong to the man in the red over there.
Okay. Now, Mr. JMLGame. Now, would you say you two have any past grievances against each other? Do you have any ill will?
I don't know if he does. I don't.
Well,
Okay,
not
well-
against him, but I've done plenty of things against him. He might have a grudge against me.
Oh, so
A little
we
bit.
just-
I don't have.
we
A
just
little
think
bit.
That Mr. JMLGame has committed many grievances against Illyrian. So I
Well,
think that proves
say-
that speaks for itself, quite honestly.
I would say minor pranks. I could safely say that other people in the server have done far worse.
Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. But perhaps this is leading into something much worse. This is just that was just a small part of it, and it's going to lead into an even bigger scheme. Is there any evidence? Was there any evidence at the scene?
No, there was
Well-
not.
Well, there's no evidence. I don't really think there's any. You can't point towards my friend here. As the
That's what
the court has seen, there's been several actions committed against him, and I really just think that there's no proof. There's no good evidence.
It's a hate crime.
It's a hate crime. Exactly. Exactly my words. A hate crime. I came up
Oh.
with that myself. Yep. That's it. That's all, Your Honor. We're gonna take our seats.
Shit, man.
That is
He's
a
making a
term.
good
He's-
point,
Thank you.
Johnny. I
He's
think we're
making
in
a
trouble.
very good point.
Yeah. If I can just, you guys better. Get ready
I
to
don't know.
die.
I think you should go since you're the prosecutor. I don't
Your
know.
Honor, I think you just threatened me. Is that okay or
No.
not?
It was.
No, he's fine. He
Is this
didn't.
true?
No.
No. I did nothing of the sort. No
I
proof.
must have just misheard him. That's
You
my bad.
misheard me. You misheard me. I said we're gonna go eat some pie later. So.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I like
It's all
pie.
I love.
Pie's good.
Yeah, me too.
Alright.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, who doesn't like pie?
Yeah.
So,
All right. We'll see here.
the defense made a very good point. There was no evidence left at the scene, and therefore it seems unlikely that we can actually convict anybody of the crime. But the issue is, there were only 6 people on the server throughout the entirety of Season 2.
Oh my god.
Meaning that through the process of elimination, we can actually find a culprit. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go down the list of the players. I'm gonna provide the evidence for why they are innocent. So first is Critical Axolotl, aka Zach. He was not actually on the server at the time. If anyone remembers, he was taking a really big hiatus. And not to mention, he's also a server veteran, so he was familiar with Johnny's Sheep Pit.
I was a server
so he
veteran.
He wouldn't have killed
Familiar.
him.
Objection, Your Honor.
Go on.
The evidence being presented, I think it just, I think they were all very familiar, including Illyrian, considering he is also a server veteran.
Can I add that he lived 10,000 blocks away from spawn and never came to see us?
Oh, he's got a point. Zach,
Shut
that is Zach's thing.
I'm going to retract my previous claim and let the prosecutor continue.
Okay. The next person that I have is TheJMLGame, my client. Simply, he lacks motive. There's no reason for him to kill his own sheep. He doesn't gain anything out of it.
Food.
The only other player who we can immediately rule out is me, for I think obvious reasons. Okay, and then
Care
the
to
three
explain?
players who are left.
Yeah, please, Your Honor, can I get some more explanation on that?
What's
last
the
claim?
I can't speak.
Well, I mean, everybody knows and is annoyed by it, but I'm a vegetarian in the server. I do not kill any
Yeah,
pests
that
or
is
spawn.
true. That is true.
Additionally, I have an automatic sheep farm, so
Yeah, that is
Objection,
true.
Your Honor. Well, it may be true that he is pursuing a vegetarian lifestyle on the server. That does not prove that the sheeps he could not have killed them. He could have killed them out of malicious intent.
but the truth of
Therefore,
the matter is that there's one player in here who we will get to, who clearly would have, who is more likely to have killed them than any other player on the server.
Very well, continue the list.
Okay, now we're down to the actual suspects. So we've got Allison QT. She was a new player to the server and therefore unfamiliar with the rules, so it makes sense to assume that she would be a likely suspect. That is, unless you think about it literally at all. No player, regardless of familiarity with the server, would come across a wool farm and assume that it is okay to just murder the sheep. Nevertheless, we actually assumed the same thing when this first happened, and we investigated her base. There were no wool, there were no carpets, and there was no motive for her to kill the sheep in the first place. And without any evidence, she cannot be proven guilty. I think that the defense would agree with that.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
objection, Your Honor.
Okay.
To reflect the other defendant's point, there's no evidence for Illyrian.
Wait.
to have committed the
Wait.
crime.
Okay. Wait. Also, a thing is, when the sheep disappeared, Allison disappeared and vanished.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So Your Honor, I do not think there, according to his argument,
do?
there's no reason to.
Hey!
Sorry. There's no reason to think Illyrian is guilty, because there's also no evidence for him. So I think this court is a little bit it's a little
Anybody seeing
on
this?
me.
What is
Please return to your seat, sir.
Okay.
Alright, go on.
Been a few interruptions.
Carry on.
Chris Blacksaddle because he was too far away. JMLGame because he lacks motive. Me because vegetarian. Allison QT, there is no evidence against her. Ethan Boom, he's actually, again, a really possible suspect, but not because he's, like, unfamiliar and would accidentally kill the sheep, but rather because he's a little, he's got some tendencies that may lead to him doing violent actions.
Objection. Can you describe these tendencies, sir?
He likes to cause people harm.
Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. As far as I know, my client exhibits none of those tendencies.
As far as we know so far, it'll be up to the judge to decide that.
Of course, and the jury.
And
The
also
not
all
the-
none of them.
jury, of course, yes. But
Of
the
which
thing
I
that
am both.
cool. Of course, the thing that makes Ethan Boom unlikely to have killed the sheep is that he spent the entire server with them, and he didn't kill them then. And additionally, he didn't build anything out of wool. He didn't eat any mutton, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I remember. And he was on the server afterwards, and he didn't like if he killed them, he would have told us. That's just kind of the thing that he does. So that's why it's unlikely that it's Ethan Boom. The only player that I have yet to mention is Illyrian himself, which I guess this entire thing will be about him, so I won't specifically go into why he's innocent, because he isn't. But yeah. So
But
basically
I do
every
believe
other
he
player-
is, given the evidence I have provided myself.
Okay, well, every other player except Illyrian has a. They can be ruled out through simple evidence.
And
Whereas,
what is your
So they
evidence?
yeah, every other player has a alibi. Thank you. I'm ready.
Excuse
I'm
me?
ready.
I believe
Every other
I
player
believe
has
this
an
court
alibi
is a little bit
except
biased due to the fact that out of the 6 players in the server, there are only 2 possible that could have committed the crime here. So I do think that is a little bit well, do I even have to say it?
But the judge, the Honorable Faith EXE, is actually the one who's making the decision, so it's up for her to decide. It's not hers.
Okay, wait.
Anyways,
Well, would
Wait.
Your Honor, would you agree that
Okay,
this
wait.
court
He
is
has
a
not presented
little,
his evidence. He says he has evidence. He hasn't not presented any
Hold on.
evidence.
Order,
I'm
order,
gonna
order.
give-
Do we know who was on the server at the time of this?
Yes.
No.
We have a
We're
reasonable
all
estimate.
6.
All of you?
Not
Server.
really. Not
The-
not Zach.
It was one of those off points during the server. So everyone was kind of off it for a while, and we were just coming back on. The
Can you
JML
provide
game-
any specific numbers or not?
We do not have
Basically,
specific
only like
numbers.
1 or 2 of us.
Okay, very interesting.
well.
This includes Illyrian, JML, me. I think that's it, right? Because Ethan wasn't on for a while. QT quit. And
Ironically, after
Zach
the sheep
just
were
kinda-
murdered.
Yeah, Zach.
Very
just
interesting.
kinda
Very,
it's one of
retired
the people
into
in
the
this
woods.
room, is what I'm saying.
I don't know about that. All right, if you have any evidence against my client directly, I would like to see it.
I'm going to give time for the defense to talk, since I've presented my evidence towards,
No, you
or
did.
my reasoning towards none of the other players on the server.
But you.
I'd like to have a brief moment with my client, if that's
Okay.
all right, Your Honor.
Okay,
So listen up.
I'm listening.
To
It's
tell
fine,
me
we're good.
who
Why
do you think
I choose
Oh,
committed
to-
this crime?
It's-
Honestly, just from what they've said, it could be Ethan. These weird
but-
weird tendencies. That's a
And
little
these- yes,
suspicious.
But was he in the vicinity
I don't.
during the crime?
I don't know is the thing. I don't know if he was on at all
I
or
think,
not.
I think we can take advantage of that.
I think we
Due to the
can.
fact that they cannot definitively prove who was and who wasn't on the server, we can use that to our advantage.
We can.
Okay, let's
Okay,
head it back out
let's
there
do
and see what
that.
happens.
Let us do that.
All right, remember.
I even have
Um,
things I can say about it and what he's done.
Just
He's even done it to me.
just don't say anything that could incriminate you.
I'm not going
Be
to.
careful with your words.
I'm going to be very careful with my words.
Now let me ask you this. Do you yourself know of any definitive proof of who was and who wasn't in the server at the time the crime was committed?
Not at the time. I have no idea who was on the server at all.
Does the prosecutor have any evidence that could point towards who and who wasn't on the server. I do not think they do. They have not presented anything like that as of yet. So going forward, I'm going to take to assume that all 6 could have been on the server. Let me ask you this: do you know of any of these tendencies that one of the players in the server could have exhibited?
Yes, Ethan. He's played
Ethan, okay.
Ethan. Ethan has done many different things to me. One, murder is a thing that he tends to do a lot towards me. He likes to stab me. He also he likes to take my area, and he's done this on 2 different occasions. He's covered every square inch of it in trees and bamboo. If our chunks were still loaded, there would be evidence of that still.
Very interesting.
And I know him. He's killed many things. It's just Ethan's thing. He's killed multiple things.
Now, does he have a tendency, Illyrian, to announce when he has killed something?
No.
He
Unless
does
it's
not.
me. Unless it's me.
Unless it is you directly.
Unless he has
does
killed
not.
me, then he doesn't really announce it.
Very interesting. Okay, we'll keep that in mind going forward. Let's see. So let me ask you this: do you yourself, who do you think that the crime mostly could have been committed by, in your opinion?
In my opinion, it's between 2 people. It's between Allison and Ethan. Ethan, because of his random tendencies of murder and other things. Allison, because, well, she was kind of shady. She went in, hit a base, and then once Johnny's sheep disappeared, she left. Out of the server, out of Discord, everything. She's out. She's gone. Ever since Johnny's sheep disappeared.
Okay, Ethan and Allison. That's all I want the court to or the jury and the judge to hear for now, and we will head back. So I think that's all the evidence. That's I think it's pretty clear now who committed this crime.
Yep.
I would like to call Illyrian up to the stands once again.
Okay.
All right. So, you said that you think that the 2 main suspects in your mind are Allison, QT, and Ethan.
Yes.
But you also mentioned that they lived at spawn. Why didn't they kill the sheep sooner?
They didn't want it to be known. It's kind of their plan. They planned it. They didn't want to be suspicious. So when nobody kind of was in the server, so when nobody would notice, boom, dead.
Do they have any history of being violent towards animals?
Ethan does. I don't know about Allison.
Do you have an example of that?
Yes. In the past, he has killed my cows.
He has killed how many cows?
At the time, I had like maybe 5, and now, by the time we reset, I only had 1.
And you're sure that he was the one who killed your cows?
Yes.
Did he tell you?
No. But
How did you know that he did it?
Because of all the things he's done to my area, specifically him covering my base in trees and bamboo. He was the only one other than me on that hill.
But none of those are related to killing animals, so how would you just jump to the fact that he'd kill your animals?
Food. Planting trees and stuff all around that area, it gets tiring. You need food.
But you would
Excuse me, Your Honor. I believe this is excess questioning for questions that have already been answered.
I want to ask one more
Going
question.
on in a tangent.
Your Honor, I want to ask one more question, and then I will present some evidence.
Very well.
Illyrian, Would you
Yeah.
agree that if there was somebody who was on the server who presented murderous tendencies towards sheep, that they would be a likely suspect?
Repeat your question?
If there was someone on the server
Oh,
who
hello.
presented murderous tendencies towards sheep, would they be a
Specifically?
likely suspect?
Specifically sheep.
Anybody. Specifically sheep, yeah.
I mean, depends.
Would you like to elaborate?
What
Why
is
would
the...
why would somebody who goes out of their way to kill sheep, or goes out of their way to kill any animal in general, why would they not be suspicious?
Sustenance.
I don't know what that means.
Food.
You just... But I'd like to move past this because he's presenting contradicting evidence that is not helpful to the court right now. And I'm going to restate
Answering
my
your question.
Would somebody who has tendencies to murder sheep be suspicious?
I guess, yes.
Okay. That is all. Thank you. I would like to present one piece of evidence. Carter, this is supposed to be the cave update. Where are the caves? I need iron.
Go underground.
Okay, very helpful, thanks.
It's the only thing I
should
can... I thought I could make it at that point. All my stuff's gone at this point. I don't care. I just had... Lol.
Is that Johnny?
Is he here?
Cast is a multifunctional pickle.
Oh, good God.
Hi. Sounds like you're Filipino. Yep, it's Johnny.
Is he... Did he just leave, or...
No. No.
Oh, no, he didn't. I'm not looking at
Yeah.
Discord. Someone decided to sleep with me.
We do talk about that.
We don't talk about it. Hello, horse.
This is also the weirdest house design I've ever seen.
Die.
It's got water in it. Crazy.
Give me.
Ooh, there's a golem. I'm like tempted to kill it. The speedrunner in me wants to kill it to get iron.
Open it. Ow. Die. 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 Okay.
Alright. So, because audio... Okay, there's a few things I want to point out with this evidence. Yes, the defense makes a good point that simply murdering sheep, everybody does that. The difference, though, what this shows... I mentioned that this is a compilation of every single pacifist mob. In all of his videos that he posted, the only pacifist mob that he killed, no chickens, no pigs, no cows, only sheep. And if I scrub back to about a minute and 13 seconds, after he's done slaughtering this sheep, he turns around, views all of these cows, and a singular sheep, and immediately targets the sheep.
This remark made by the prosecutor, well, how do we know, given this evidence, this specific evidence, that my client was not simply looking for wool instead of any sort of animal meat?
May I ask the defendant? May I ask?
Yes,
Illyrian?
you may.
Alright, Illyrian. This
Yeah.
was the start of the game.
Hmm.
Were you looking for wool?
I was
At
looking...
the start of this.
Yes, I was looking for wool. For a bed.
I will note that you were by a village in both seasons, and you slept in a bed in the village both seasons. One time even picking it up. You can go to the live stream and view this. He did.
I did.
So why would you be looking for wool for a bed
Because this at
when
the...
there's
Knowing... Pretty sure... Does that... What live stream was that? By chance?
This was your first live stream.
First live stream. Okay. So, knowing that, I had previously died and lost everything. And in doing so, the village was cleared out, I believe. And there was nothing. So no beds, no nothing. I had to go run and get wool somehow.
It was day. Were you really that invested in the bed, or are you just making this up on the spot?
I was invested in the bed.
You're super invested in that bed.
Normally, when I play Minecraft and I start a new world, I get wood and I get wool.
A force of habit, if you will.
A force of habit, if you will.
Yeah.
All right, I'm willing to believe that. What about food?
Food. Yes. Eventually, I would need the food that the sheep
And
give me.
sheep act as a very convenient mob. You can not only can get wool from them, you can also get food.
I will agree with that. However, I do want to point out that we are here for the specific reason of looking for somebody who's killed the sheep. And we have somebody here who has killed a lot of sheep with what looks like a vengeance. He specifically goes out of his way to target sheep. Is that correct? Even if it's for beds, you go out of your way to target sheep.
I don't go in out of vengeance.
Yeah, but even if it's for beds, you go out of your way to target sheep, and that's what we're looking for.
What
here,
other
is
mob?
somebody who
Okay,
goes out of
okay.
their way to
What
target
other?
Excuse me, Your Honor.
What other mob
I
gives
believe,
you wool?
The prosecutor is trying to get my
That is
defendant to say something that he does not wish to say.
I
Can-
do not.
believe
Wait.
it.
You can go.
I believe it's time for me to question
I missed.
the prosecutor,
You can if
his
you want.
client.
Go-
If
go
that
ahead,
would
it's
be
yours.
allowed.
Here's the
That's
stage.
okay.
Stage
Alright.
is yours. I'm having technical difficulties. Go ahead.
All right, thank you. Now let me ask you, where were you on the day of the crime? Where in the moment when you first found out about it, where were you?
I first logged on after like a couple months of being offline, and
Months. Okay.
yeah, so I haven't been in the server a while, and I logged in for the first time. I was going to use the sheep pit. I had a couple pair of shears out, and there was about 35, 15. I don't remember how many sheep there were. There was a lot. There was a lot of projects that various people in the server have used the sheep pit for. So I wouldn't assume that anybody had killed the sheep, and I checked in, and they were all gone. I checked
Okay,
it.
so
I
so
looked
you just-
everywhere. I looked on the surrounding countryside. I saw just a few random cyan sheep, and that was it. They were all missing.
now let me ask you this: did you find any meat, any wool, anything like that?
No, but judging by the
Okay.
fact that I looked everywhere, and I've looked through everywhere. I've looked through the entire overworld for the sheep. If these sheep went missing, I would have found them already. We wouldn't have this trial.
All right. Well, let me ask you this: do you go off the server for extended periods of time?
Yes. Usually I do.
And other people could back that up, that claim.
Yeah. Usually it's within usually it's within like the same time periods as Trent or Carter, usually when they get off. Sometimes I usually stay behind to finish a project. And
So
then
you
back
so
when
so
they-
you sometimes stay on when other people are not online. That's what you're saying.
It only happened once or twice.
Once
But
or twice.
it's happened
Okay.
in other seasons.
But it's
Not
happened
with this
before.
season, really.
I'd like the jury to know it has happened before. JML has been on when other people are not. While that alone is could raise some eyebrows. Let me ask you. Do you have a history of killing sheep?
No.
Do you know
doubt
of
I have
anyone
killed-
in the server
Why was he
who
keeping the
has
sheep pit?
violent tendencies
Towards people, I can think of Ethan.
towards people? Well, this crime, I believe, constitutes a hatred towards people as well as animals, considering the suffering it would cause for the whole server to not have these sheep at their access. Someone, I believe earlier Ethan was brought up as having violent tendencies, wanting to make people miserable, if I understood that correctly. If someone truly wanted to make people miserable, as Ethan often does, wouldn't it make sense to get rid of the server's combined wool farm? That way people would have to make a totally new one, get a bunch of new sheep to start making projects once again.
Can you rephrase that? Sorry.
Okay, in simple terms, if someone wanted to cause a lot of pain, a lot of anger, wouldn't they get rid of like a material that everyone needs and uses?
I don't think he would go that far. I think he usually goes... Think of an innocent prank, right? At the end of the day, it's just a prank. No real harm has been done. There might be some harm, but not enough to like hurt them. It's like those innocent pranks, except that it does a lot more harm, but they're still in the spirit and concept of an innocent prank, although much more destructive.
Okay, on that note, what would you say the worst thing Illyrian has done in the server?
Other than other than the reason why we're in this trial in the first place.
Well, there's
Not off the top of my
there's
mind.
still
I could
there's
still think
still not
there's
direct
still
evidence that he has committed this crime, so I don't believe that can be used here. And now, what would you say the worst thing Ethan has done?
worst thing that Ethan has done. Probably the trees in Carter's area, and that's it.
That's happened
Please,
twice on an occasion.
can you go in more depth about that? What that entailed?
It was like what the bamboo prank that he did, where he planted bamboo all over the entire cliffside of Illyrian's base, but with trees. So it's a lot more obnoxious, and so in order to navigate, he would have to cut down the wood instead of brush past it.
Can I ask?
Very interesting.
Is it possible for me to ask a question?
You may ask one.
Okay. Well, if this was all being laid on me, like the trees and stuff, why would I go after you? Why wouldn't I go after Ethan? Because Ethan's the one that's been doing this to me.
Because I've done a couple other pranks to you. You probably don't remember, but
It was mainly
I have
Ethan.
done a few.
I would.
Now, JML just admitted pulling pranks
Alright.
on Illyrian, so if these pranks are happening, this could be his most masterful one yet, getting rid of his own sheep and then blaming it on my client.
Alright,
I'll
everyone-
end it there. I'll end it there.
I've come to a decision. Everyone remain to your seats.
Okay.
With all of the information I've been given from both sides, I have decided that Illyrian is probably innocent. Before we can make an official decision, I would like to have a court case with this Ethan.
Oh shoot.
He seems like a more
Oh.
prime suspect.
I agree, Your Honor.
I don't think
agree.
that's gonna. I'm
That-
sorry,
I
Your
don't think
Honor,
that's-
but it took us months to get here. I think we have to kill someone. and be
I
done
think
with
I
it.
think we can do it,
Also,
Honor. If
there's
We can
one
do it. We
instance
can do it. We
that
can do it.
I'd like
we
to
can
present
do
when
it, and
I
maybe we can even get a jury together.
Exactly.
Maybe I can get some people to join in.
There's a
one more piece
problem.
of evidence I'd like to present. We can do that now or never. But I figured I'd mention it. Oh, whoops.
I think we can get something together sooner than a few months.
Okay, I don't think we're
Yeah.
ever gonna get together and do this again.
We're gonna do it again. We're gonna go off
No,
Ethan.
we're literally not.
It is
I'm not doing this again,
It's
by the way.
not.
I'm
It's
not.
not going to happen. The
So
plan
so
was
you say
that we're doing this and never again.
you said that I'm innocent, right?
Yeah, there's
There's a
really
chance.
That's not an official.
there's
That's not
there's
an
no
official
there's
statement.
there's no good evidence against Illyrian.
I would
There just-
disagree because
there
I
just
literally
simply
have
isn't.
some more.
Any
Order,
evidence?
order. I have stated that I believe that Illyrian has reason to be innocent. It is not official, but I cannot make this official until I have another court case with this Ethan.
Okay.
I know it may take a while, but I am not one to senselessly kill someone who may be innocent.
I agree, Your Honor. I agree. I think
Until
it's
then-
fool. I think it's
We're not
foolish
dying. I
to do
think
that.
that's good. I think we're winning.
No, you are
Until then,
not.
he will remain free, but we must keep an eye on him.
All right.
Okay,
I
that's
think
fine.
I think that's
High five!
acceptable.
Wait, hey, Henry.
So,
high five.
So that.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
so
you're
that,
free.
Yeah.
So that's it. We just do
Okay,
this
cool.
court case. We forget about it, and then like never again.
No, we got it. I am innocent.
Not
Maybe in the future. Maybe in
I
the
am
future we can-
innocent. My name is Illyrian. This is my confession.
My confession? My confession is I did nothing. I did nothing. I'm innocent. I told you, I'm innocent. It's Ethan. I swear, it is Ethan. Look into his soul. It's Ethan. It's all him.